This is Vernacular TV, being blunt and sparking conversation. Sparking conversation. Anti-Semitism is being alarmed that anti-Semitism is spreading through our major U.S. university, as we've seen with protests at Harvard University, Columbia University, USC, and many other major U.S. institutions around the nation. The media is pushing the idea that anti-Semitism is on the rise. It could be absolutely truth that anti-Semitism is on the rise. However, we are in a time that those who control the narratives want to control the discourse of the time, want to control the conversation of the time. Ever since October 7th of last year, when Hamas waged this destructive act against Israel and killed over 1,200 concert goers, this sparked the total war campaign that has been put in place by Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The destruction that have come out of this war is revealing, is exposing the United States, is exposing Israel, is exposing international law, the weakness of international law, those who choose to abide and not abide by international law. The destruction, the ordinance that is being dropped in that dense area in Gaza is shocking to the world. So on major university campuses, these young folks are protesting against Israel and its destructive war against the Palestinian people in Gaza. You understand? It was wrong, the terrorist act that was committed by Hamas on Israel. However, this is a 70-year conflict. So it's not a today thing. The Palestinian people remember the Nakba, the day of the catastrophe. So it's not a today conversation. However, the news is promoting that anti-Semitism is on the rise. Anti-Semitism is on the rise. You see, our major U.S. university campuses, people are being arrested. The Congresswoman Ilya Omar, her daughter, was arrested. The USC valedictorian was disallowed to speak at her own ceremony. The conversation is taking place. As you saw last year, the firing of Dr. Claudine Gay at Harvard University because they said anti-Semitism is spreading on major university campuses around the nation. I'm going to tell you what's going on, and I hope you listen to this. The young folks at the university, these young people aspire to change the world. They aspire to change the world. When you look at those universities, Columbia, Harvard, Yale, USC, it's a multicultural student that is going there. You got Pakistani, Indian, Iranians, Africans. These students, these young folks have been lied to all their lives. Been told democracy, human rights, and all these things, they're told we got to spread democracy across the world. But now we can't even practice what we're trying to spread. Human rights, we can't even practice. They're seeing the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy in what Israel is doing. The hypocrisy in the United States of America supporting Israel. They are protesting because you see when you're at the university, you may say, they said Islam, people from Islam violent. They spread terrorist attack. 9/11, you can say that some Islamic attack the United States World Trade Center. Absolutely, it's a fact. However, to equate everybody in one group is what's the problem. So you at this university, they've been saying all these bad things about Muslims, and now a Muslim is your classmate. He may be your roommate. They're having discord with each other. They understand the system. These are educated young people. They are Harvard, Yale, UFC, all these top universities. They understand the system, the making of the system. They want to change the world. So as these students conversing with each other, they're seeing the humanity in one another. Jewish student, black student, Pakistani student, Iranian student, Chinese student. All these students are coming together, protesting against the occupation, protesting against the war. The destructive war that is going on in Gaza that have killed over close to 40,000 people, majority of them children. This is what you see. Anti-Semitism is taking place. The rise of anti-Semitism is taking place. But Israel is bringing some of this attention to herself. Her policy, not listening to the international courts. Disregarding international law. Collective punishment. Disregarding international law. Discrediting the United Nations. Then you see with the president, Joe Biden. He acquiesces to all that Israel wants. He acquiesces to all that baby Benjamin Netanyahu wants. You understand? The duplicity, the hypocrisy. You starting to see it. And these young folks, they want to bring about change. All the lies that have been told. When the human being come together, when these young folks come together, all the lies been told by their parents, all the lie of white supremacy, of white dominance is being exposed, the hypocrisy. You want to spread democracy with the barrel of a gun. You want to talk about human rights. But yet you don't practice what you preach. What you see at the university campuses is changing. The discourse is changing. The narrative is changing. The blockade on knowledge is changing. Everything that has been going on between Israel and Gaza and the Palestinian people have been suppressed. Now this terrorist act by Hamas blew the cover wide open to the back layer of tragedy that has been going on for a long period of time. The occupation has to come to an end. Like the French occupation in Algeria, the atrocity, the genocide, it had to come to an end. U.S. occupation in Iraq had to come to an end. Israel occupation of the Palestinian will have to come to an end. They can try to sabotage any two-state solution in the United Nations, but the world is seeing the hypocrisy, the duplicity. You can't spread human rights no more. You can't teach people about human rights when you don't practice what you preach.